Welcome back, everybody, to episode 53. 53?
Yeah, 53, man.
We got a good one for you here today. If you can't tell, Austin is still MIA.
Yeah, he's never coming back, dude.
If anyone knows where he is, please let us know. We worry about him dearly.
Yeah, he's just he doesn't care about the pod anymore.
No, he doesn't.
That's what I've
Austin
gathered.
Sanders does not care about you.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't care. We need to see an effort made.
Yes.
And an effort has not been made.
He has. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our communication skills are lacking.
Yeah. Completely. Like, oh my God, I can't be there this week. I'm, in Hawaii. Oh, what are you doing in Hawaii? Oh, I'm sunbathing. Like, come on, man.
Come to the pod.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, make an effort. Make an effort, yeah.
I'm begging Austin to come back.
Yeah, I'm dying.
I would love for Austin to come back at this point. But episode 53, we have a great one here for you today. We're going to start off with who we are dedicating the episode with. As always, as you can imagine, 53 is a tough number.
It is.
We're going to do our overview on horsepower. We're going to recap Nashville. Spencer, you were there. You tell us all about it.
I was.
We're going to do our standouts as always. Check the leaderboard on these head-to-heads. We got Michigan coming up. Pretty exciting track, so we're going to talk about what we expect to see there.
Yep.
Spencer's going to teach us how to win some money and drop the green bets.
That's right.
And then we will close with me hopefully winning the choosing zone.
There you go. That's better.
By the way, I know we're in the middle of the intro, but
I didn't update it.
Score.
I didn't update it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm losing 2-3.
Yeah, I'll fix that.
But anyway, my name is Colby.
My name's Spencer.
And let's drop the green.
We're in the land of shining coal, back down that valley where the roosters crow, and a man defends his own. I got no problems if I stand alone. In the land of shining coal, back down that valley where the roosters crow, and a man defends his own. I got no problems if I stand alone.
All right, guys, welcome back. If you're watching, you can see we just took shots of Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, you can also thank Olsen again for stealing the show's whiskey. He was
this
like,
man doesn't show up and steal their stuff.
Steals the whiskey. Whiskey for the show. He's like, I bought it. I'm like, yeah, okay, I produced the whole episode, but whatever, man. I didn't know we were keeping score, but now I know. Now I know that you have to watch him with his grubby little paws.
He does got some grubby paws. When you were pouring this, I was like, are we drinking strawberry milk?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
But it was good, though, wasn't it?
I didn't know if you were pouring milk because last week you were all sober on me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
I'm drinking another Mexican beer.
Yeah, as we get closer.
Last week it was Modelo.
Yep.
This week it was Corona. Mm-hmm. Also, apologize to the listeners. I listened back to the episode.
Yeah, you said it was next week.
What?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I was breathing.
You were breathing.
The microphone the whole time. So sorry about that, everybody. I don't know what was going on. I guess I'm like a little bulldog. I don't know what happened. I just get excited when we talk cars. But yeah, good to be here. Spencer, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first, man, if you'd like.
So I have a guy that probably no one has ever heard of. His name, Jimmy Helms.
Jimmy Helms.
So Jimmy Helms is from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Of course he is.
And if you can't tell from this picture that's black and white with one of the old school cars, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
He was the fabulous Hudson Hornet, actually.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, no one knows.
But he did race the 53 car. He had 60 Cup starts in that 53 car. So good little run there. He raced primarily full-time from 1965 to 1966. He had a couple spin-offs before, like 64, then 67. But it wasn't really anything worth noting. Just kind of some one-time deals. Super hard to find anything on this guy.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah, it was tough. Does not have a Wikipedia page. So that immediately takes away my number one source for these driver overviews. Mm-hmm. Now, he raced from ages 28 to 31. So, young guy back in the day.
Honestly.
Because, this was back when dudes were plumbers.
Yeah.
Right? And they had a little bit of money. So this guy was a little bit younger. Mm-hmm. Younger for back then. He had a total of he had 60 Cup starts in the 53 car. In total, he had 88 Cup starts. Now, his best accolade is that he had 4 top 10 finishes in his career of 88 starts. And his best finish of all time was 6th at Langley Field in 1965.
Let's go. Langley National, baby.
Langley National.
Yeah.
Now, that year in 1965 is also the year that he had his best points finish.
Of?
18th.
Oh,
18th.
Yeah,
so
what a guy.
Just missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
If it would have been on Fox, it would have had that little cut line.
Yeah.
I guess NBC, it would have had that little cut line. You could have watched Jimmy Helms miss it by just a hair.
Yeah. If only.
If only.
Yep.
The most notable thing that I saw in here, and Spencer, I was kind of hitting at it before we started the show. He had 3 races in the Cup Series at Smoky Mountain Raceway.
Oh, heck yeah.
Where he averaged 15th, which is in Maryville.
Yeah.
Right up the road.
Uh-huh.
I had no clue that NASCAR used to race at Smoky Mountain Raceway.
I couldn't tell you that they did that either. Yeah. I would have never guessed that.
It was back in the 60s.
Yeah, which makes sense.
But pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's a dirt track.
Yeah, it is.
It is a dirt track? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they were out there just drifting around on dirt.
Yeah.
When things were better when it was on dirt.
We almost fixed the Cup Series when they went back to dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were close.
But after his stint in the Cup Series that ended in 1967, he did not return back to NASCAR, and he was kind of off hands with NASCAR. But sure, he had a bunch of other stuff going on. I love that you chose a picture
I just
that
realized,
cut out his face.
Well, it didn't. It was my PowerPoint that did, and I didn't preview it before.
Here we are trying to give Jimmy Helms his flowers.
I know, and
which probably doesn't come around a lot.
Because let me tell you about Jimmy. Let me tell you about Jimmy.
Yeah,
Jimmy was everything but his face.
He was. Okay, that's what people would say.
Yes. Yeah. And so I'm trying to give you the best look at Jimmy that you possibly can.
And I mean,
that's from mouth down.
Yeah.
That's from mouth down.
Look
at that handsome devil.
He's got a beach body.
Yeah.
He's Panama City ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Good looking dude.
Good looking dude.
Good looking dude.
Shout out Jimmy Helms.
Shout out Jimmy. All right.
Who you got?
Who do I got this week? I got my boy. Probably never heard of him. His name is Garrett Smithley.
Of course.
And Mr. Garrett Smithley here is born in Pennsylvania. He is 33 years of age. He started racing in 07. 07, his sophomore year of high school. Wow. And in Bandolero cars. Cars.
Yep.
If you're familiar, we've talked about them on the show before.
Yep.
He raced in those pretty much just at Atlanta and Lanier National, the one that Jimmy's pretty good at as well.
Yeah.
He won Rookie of the Year in that series in 2008. Mr. Smithley did, and he moved to Legend Cars. Okay, and I got a little story on this that I didn't do any fact checking on because it was a great story, and that's what we do is run with great stories.
Yeah. And
the great story was that he moved to Legends Cars after his stint with the Bandolero cars. And the reason that he says that he was able to do this is he went in to buy a golf cart at Peachtree City Golf Carts. Okay?
It sounds like it's from Atlanta.
Yeah, I guarantee it's from Atlanta. That's where he's from. Or that's where he lived, I guess. And he got a deal with Peachtree City Golf Carts and was able to sponsor a Legends car.
That's sweet.
And the reason he went in there was because his golf cart got stolen and he was purchasing a new one. And then they sponsored him.
Classic Atlanta.
I know, yeah, for real. Yeah. Classic Atlanta, then you get a sponsorship out of it. So he moved to Legends Cars the next year. Couldn't find much on that. He raced 3 ARCA races in 2013. One in 14 and one in 15. In 15, he made his Truck Series debut, raced 4 races that year in the Truck Series. Also in 2015, he raced Xfinity. And he raced the very last race of the year, his very first race ever, at Homestead, Miami. And that ended up getting him a deal in 16 and 17, full-time Xfinity with JD Motorsports. So our boy JD sponsoring Garrett Smithley.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. His best finishes out of that year was 2 top 10s. And I think he finished 9th and 10th, one at Iowa, one at Daytona. Or maybe it was 8th and 10th.
Pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. In 18 and 19, he also ran Xfinity full-time with JD, 1 top 10. In 18, the same year, he's running Xfinity full-time. He made his Cup Series debut. And he raced 2 races that year. 2 races, that was it. In 19, he ran 14 Cup races with 3 different teams. In 20, he ran 26 Cup races, so almost full schedule, with 4 different teams. In 21, he raced 27 races, all with Rick Ware Racing.
I was about to say, a 50 car?
Yeah.
Sounds like Rick Ware.
He ran the 53, he ran the 50, he ran the 51. Whatever Rick Ware had, he got in. 2022 was his last race in the Cup Series. He ran 6 races for Rick Ware. And out of all those starts in the Cup Series, from what I gathered, his best finish, can you guess, in the Cup car was?
15th.
23rd.
Wow.
Yeah.
So close.
Yeah, so not great there, but a little bit on Garrett Smithley. Just more of a dude. Said he didn't have any money. I guess he did it the hard way growing up. But shout out to him, for
shout out Gary Smithley.
Yeah,
Smithley.
Yeah, Smithley.
And who's my guy?
Jimmy
Helms.
Jimmy Helms. Yeah.
Story to be told from this is if you ever get into racing, don't drive the 53 car.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Don't drive any 50 cars, honestly.
Did you see the stat where it was like the 53 car overall, all time, has a 53% rate of DNFs.
No shot.
Yeah.
So there's more than, out of 2 races, one of those races you are DNFing.
Yeah.
Dang.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bad luck number.
That's a bad look. It's a bad luck number. Hendrick needs to buy that number, change that stat.
But yeah, please put Chase Elliott in it.
Yeah, dude. At least he'll finish races.
Yeah.
15th.
We'll see. Yeah.
It would be 15th. He'll finish, though.
You get like 4 top 10s, you beat Jimmy Helms.
Yeah.
Jimmy Helms. Never forget him.
Never. Can't do it.
Shout out to those guys.
Shout out to those guys dedicating the episode number 53. Garrett Smithley, Jimmy Helms. Moving in to our overview. What do you got for us this week, Colby?
Do you think that cars need more horsepower at track like Nashville?
So I think that's kind of the big overarching question that we saw this weekend coming out of that track is, and not to really, we're going to kind of double lap these a little bit between Nashville Recap and there, but cars couldn't pass. It felt like it was very stale racing. It was kind of one of the worst mile and a halves I think we've seen up until this point.
There were, I don't want to get too far ahead, but there were exciting parts.
There was really good racing on the track like that. I'm not taking away from that, but overall, dude, stage 3 was
Yeah.
Into stage 2 was absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And it was a Blaney show.
Yeah, and then it was a Blaney show from there. So I don't know. I think I just do. I think cars need more horsepower. They're gonna be able to do more stuff. Hopefully, get around without relying on these aero packages as much. Maybe get a little loose some more, which we did see cars get loose, but Carson Hocevar had to run over you for that to happen. But it did happen. So I want more horsepower. It's always a big one. I always want more horsepower. But
of course, you want guys to lose it in the corners.
Yeah.
And right now, it's like the car is so comfortable. We really don't see anybody.
So you want more horsepower?
I want more horsepower.
Okay, yeah, good.
Because the only time we see people lose it is at Texas, whenever
When there's just a bumpy track.
When it's a real bumpy track.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't see them actually like losing control of the car because of the
unless it's Kyle Larson
capability. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's Kyle Larson. Yeah.
You can't stay on the road.
No, he can't. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. But so if we did change it, if we did up the horsepower, what would change, you think? Besides just like passing.
I think honestly we would see more talent rise because it's the guys who can control their cars, know about the corners a little bit better. Right
so
now,
do you think this would? Because so when what comes to mind me with horsepower is like I think of like a Brad who's done it forever and now kind of sucks.
Yeah,
like he's just not that good right now, and so to me I think that would get him closer to the top. You know, he's still not going to beat the Willie B's, the Larsons, the Denny's, the Tyler. I mean, Tyler Reddick's been kind of bad this year, but
it's a 23-11 problem. Probably.
Yeah, it really is. But whatever it is, I think that gets him probably closer, maybe competing for more wins because he hasn't competed for a win all year.
Yeah.
I mean, is that safe to say?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So he hadn't competed for a win all year. Somebody like that either needs to hang it up or get more horsepower. Brad just needs to hang it up, dude. He's washed.
No, Brad does not need to hang it up.
He
won a race last year.
Yeah, I know. He's washed.
He's not washed.
It's like Kyle Busch. Same type of thing. He's washed. Needs to hang it up.
You're so wrong about that.
I'm not.
Look, Kyle Busch has got like 2 more years.
Yeah,
I would say
2 more years of just running around with RCR not doing anything.
Well, it's because RCR is bad. It has nothing to do with Kyle Busch.
He wasn't doing anything at Joe Gibbs when
you
he
do
got
this thing
left.
where these legends of the sport, you're just like,
I understand. They were legends, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, wouldn't you say, like, Brett Favre probably needed to hang it up before he went to the Vikings?
I would counter that and say Aaron Rodgers just signed with the Steelers.
I understand. He also needs to hang it up.
He did some ayahuasca. He's okay.
No, he did ayahuasca while he was on the Jets, and it didn't help him at all.
And it showed him he needs to get the hell off the Jets.
Yeah.
He saw a vision.
I mean, it's the same thing across any dude. These guys that are so good, they're so competitive, but when push comes to shove, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
I mean, I don't think it's that time for Kyle Busch or Brad. Not yet. What
if Kyle Busch doesn't make the playoffs this year? I know we're going crazy off tangent
But dude,
here.
it's an RCR thing right now. He is driving that car so good.
Is Garrett Smithley a Rick Ware problem?
What are you talking about?
I mean, like
you're Kyle Busch with Garrett Smithley.
You're just saying it's an RCR
a guy we had
problem.
To Google his facts an hour before this episode.
Yeah. Are you just saying that just because he's in an you think he could go in a Joe Gibbs car and win? No, he showed that he couldn't. He showed that before he left, he didn't win.
I think he'd have a better chance.
You're right, but that doesn't mean he will win.
He won 2 championships.
I understand what he did. He is a really good race car driver.
Thank you.
And it is time to take off the helmet and go somewhere else. Go off into the sunset.
Give him more horsepower.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Give Kyle Busch 15 more horsepower.
I think that's exactly what I came to was the point. I mean, it would help these guys if they had more horsepower. I think that's what I said.
That is, but what you're saying is regardless of horsepower, Kyle Busch needs to retire.
I mean, yeah. But if they got more horsepower, I could see him sticking around. I just don't think he's going to win anywhere.
I think it's an RCR problem.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, it's not a Kyle Busch problem. It's an RCR problem.
I understand that.
He's competitive in every other car he gets in that's not the Cup Series.
I understand that. He's also racing against scrubs. He's racing against scrubs.
Dude, some of those guys are pretty good on dirt.
Dude, I watched him at the Chili Bowl. He was not that great.
Chili Bowl's tough.
Yeah, okay.
Fumes.
Yeah.
You know,
get to his head.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's older, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's older and needs to go sit in his RV. You're just fueling my points here.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, dude.
All right. Let's get back on track.
You compared Kyle Busch to Garrett Smithley.
I did, yeah. Because you compared him as just an RCR problem.
I think it is primarily an RCR problem.
I do think
he's driving that car the best that he can right now with what he's got. He's competitive. He has bad luck. I'll say that. Dude, he gets wrecked.
Maybe
Are you forgetting about all the races where he was running top 10 and then he gets in a wreck? This year? You've been watching NASCAR this year?
Yes. How is that bad luck?
Because he keeps getting wrecked.
I don't know about
That's
it.
bad luck.
If you're good enough, it doesn't matter. Willie B hadn't any bad luck.
Dude,
because he's up there all the time. He's not starting back. He's not starting back in 35th every week.
Kyle Busch isn't either.
I bet you his average starting position is probably like
15th.
I was gonna say like 21st.
No, probably like 15th.
Okay.
I mean, I have no stats to back that
I have
up,
none either.
Yeah, but not 21st. He's been up there driving, man. Whatever. Give Kyle Busch only more horsepower. But I did.
Yeah, he probably would have raced that.
Put him on 900 horsepower.
Yeah.
Just let the fans be happy for him.
Yeah, let him win.
Everybody's cheering for him to win.
I understand that everyone's cheering for him to win.
I think if he does win a race in the next 2 years, that's his last year.
Wow,
You know.
that's crazy. Probably
think so?
Yeah, dude, he needs to be done now.
He's not going to be done now.
I know he's not. He just extended
he's
with
gonna wait till
RCR.
Braxton gets a little bit older.
Yeah.
And then he's going to primarily.
Is he like
Braxton.
trying to pull a LeBron and like race with his son?
Yeah, but I think Braxton's actually pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unlike
I mean, he's like tearing it up at all these. I mean,
probably because he has
Like
Kyle
those-
Busch money. Maybe.
yeah. Like
Does that
little-
help?
Little cool midgets or whatever. he
Yeah.
races.
Yeah. Does it help that you have Kyle Busch money if you're racing midgets at 14 years old? How many
I
other?
don't think it hurts.
Yeah.
I certainly don't think it hurts.
Okay.
Because their rule book cannot be as strict as NASCAR.
Oh, it can't be.
Yeah.
I think it's just based on weight.
He's just tearing Millbridge up.
Yeah. That's exactly what he's doing.
How did we get on this?
Oh,
But
we
yes.
did. We did.
Yes. Folks, it's 9:15 at night after a
know.
work day. We're doing it.
And it's like just one of those of
Better late than never.
way better late than never. We had to put one out. Sorry, it took so long. Travels and Austin being a douche and all kinds of crazy things. You know, you'll have that. But
Also, you spelled my name wrong on the thing.
God,
Cobley.
they can't see it.
I can see it.
Yeah,
It's
you
staring
can.
me straight in my
I
eyes.
figured you couldn't read anyway. So.
Dude, what are you talking about?
I didn't know. You don't type the show sheet out either. So
I print it. I know how to click print.
You do know how to click print. And I'm
Yeah.
proud of you for that.
I pull my weight around
You
here.
do. You do. You show up.
I do show up.
That's better than
Some people could say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Way better.
You know what? For the next hour and a half, you
just
want
wanna
to trash Austin.
Yeah, we could do that,
We just
too.
throw the show sheet away.
No way. I guess the last thing to wrap up the horsepower, kind of all in this thing. Do you think big news out of the NASCAR world? I figured but I didn't write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Dodge officially coming back.
They are?
Yeah, there was a.
When
you didn't
did
know
this come out?
There was a leak like today.
Today?
Yeah, they showed them. It was from a YouTube video of, from what it looked like, somebody at Dodge and made a YouTube video in their truck. Their NASCAR truck was in the back.
Hell yeah.
And there was also some Gen 7 cars over there as well. So it looks
go.
like they're officially probably going to make an announcement this weekend. That video had been taken down already, so you can't go find it anymore. But seems like they're coming back. Do you think with a new manufacturer that NASCAR is more willing to mess with these horsepower rules?
I think so.
I think this is our time to finally do it. I think it would be perfect because Dodge is going to come in, and dude, we have been all over with this overview, but Dodge is going to come in.
Come-ins. You like
Come-ins,
that?
yeah. Even though it's a completely different company, but
They're in there.
they're in Dodges, yes.
Yeah,
they're
in
also
Dodges.
in Nissans.
Shit.
Yeah.
Bankruptcy.
Yeah, they
you see
did.
that?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so with Dodge entering the platform here, I think this is a perfect time to get, because they're going to start off stunted because they're so far behind with everything. If you change the horsepower, that kind of not puts these big teams or the other teams in the sport at a scramble, but it just makes it to where they have to change everything. As Dodge is changing everything anyway. So I feel like this would be the perfect opportunity to possibly do something like that. And you don't have to do it at the big tracks yet. But dude, try it out at Bristol.
Yeah.
Try it out when we go to Martinsville. Try it out when we go Richmond, dude. Somewhere, because we know how that race can be too. If it wasn't for Austin Dillon trying to murder somebody, that race would have been awful. Yeah. So it's like, try this out before we get into the playoffs and see what happens. And I think it's a perfect opportunity to do that with them coming back. You guys will probably watch this episode on Saturday, and I think Dodge is going to make their announcement on Saturday from what I've gathered.
So horsepower goes up in 2026.
That would be great.
That would be great.
I would love to run some of these, packages though, this year, early. Maybe not in.
Put the first one in Phoenix.
Oh my gosh, that would change the game.
What happens.
Yeah, that would be cool.
A promoter's caution as well.
Yeah, throw it a promoter's caution for the championship race. Yeah. Who do we get to throw the caution flag this time?
We could get Michael Waltrip and just throw it down.
Yeah, we could. Yeah. We could. I think letting Mike Joy do it would be way cooler.
Yeah, Mike Joy would be good.
Yeah, because he's a legend.
He is a. Are you doing this to me right now?
No, I'm just telling you he's a legend.
This is the first time you've ever said this.
No, this is where you get me so misconstrued. He is a legend. He also just needs
gaslit right now.
I'll gaslight you, son. Don't you worry.
I think on the last episode we argued about Mike Joy.
Yeah, we can argue about Mike Joy.
Being in the Hall of Fame.
He is going to be in the Hall of Fame. That doesn't say
you're accepting
it. I'm accepting it. I'm still saying I disagree.
You just called him a legend. Okay, whatever. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It just fires me up because we've had this argument 3 or 4 times, and now you're like,
we had this if you guys really want to go back to the archives of this show, go back to episode 7.
Yeah,
is that what it was where we
talked about the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. It was,
and I stood up and I yelled at you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, heated debate.
It was a heated debate
with probably the worst audio we've ever had.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah. When I was screaming, it was like, all right.
Yeah. But it's a fun one. So
it was good.
If you're OG, comment episode 7 if Mike Joy's a legend or not. Yeah. Because if you've seen that episode, you've been with us for a hot minute.
You've been with us for a while.
Yeah, and we love that.
And appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're still here.
Yeah,
I can also understand if you completely got on a flight, moved hometowns, literally changed your name because you watched the show. I can completely.
We get it.
Yeah, we get it. Because I was almost there.
Yeah.
That's what Austin has done. He has left the country, and this is why he's MIA. We can't find him.
He's like Dale Earnhardt, and we're his kids.
Yeah. Speaking of that, have you watched the episode?
I watched the last episode.
I haven't seen him yet. I should have watched him about Austin.
You haven't seen... Did you see 1 and 2?
Yeah, I've seen 1 and 2. I just haven't seen... Yeah, I just haven't seen 3 and 4. So...
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
I ain't gonna spoil what happens at the end.
But it's good.
Yeah. Well,
okay. Yeah, it is. It is. I wonder what happens. Yeah. Wild. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Thank you guys. This episode, wild. It's a Friday.
Yeah.
We're having a good time.
Yeah.
We're drinking.
Yeah.
It's a Friday night. Do you think there's a reason that NASCAR is so slow to come around to some of these issues? Because it seems like to me sometimes we have drivers complain, we have teams complain, and fans complain, and still not that fans complaining should really matter. Personally, I don't think that. No, I don't think they should put so much weight into that because, as we know, the loudest voices sometimes are not always the majority of the voices.
I've been around you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, but I feel like that one you have to know me a little bit, you know. Yeah, but it's good. I like that.
Sick burn.
Yeah. How about you breathing in the mic some more?
Am I?
No.
I'm staying far away. Yeah. I'm super subconscious.
Yeah, you ought to be.
I did too. Yeah. Sounded like a pit bull. I'm telling you.
But do you think that when these make complaints, how should NASCAR work these issues? So they come out with statements? Should they say they're doing things? Should they just stay quiet like they do? What do you think the protocol on something like this to get things to change a little bit? Because it does seem like they move super slow.
What you mean?
For change. when it comes around,
should they announce it? Should they put it on Twitter?
No. I mean, not just that, but should they? I feel like they need to. They're never open to discussion, I guess is what it is. They're never, to me, from what it seems like, they're never sitting.
Gotcha.
They're never sitting down and actually listening to teams and drivers' complaints until like 3 years down the road, where we've come to accept these certain things about the sport, and then it finally, after 3 years, gets changed, and you're like, dude, we've been asking for this for forever. So, do you think that we should have a live stream of a NASCAR meeting with drivers and teams like 3 times a year during the season?
Like a fan press conference? Is what you're saying, maybe?
Yeah, kind of like not just a press conference, because they do talk and make statements. NASCAR does,
yeah.
But you never really see like with Denny with all this stuff, like the way he would talk about it. To me, it was like NASCAR would never. He would never have a meeting with NASCAR. He would never sit down and go, "Here's my complaints. What can we do to fix this issue a little bit?" Like a little give, a little take. To me, it's just NASCAR lays down the hammer, and you have to go with it until they say something different. Which, again, that's how it's been. I'm not saying that we should change that, but I'm saying we should change that because giving these guys opportunities to speak, say their complaints, maybe that moves things forward quicker than it does now. I agree. Okay.
Yeah. They should put it on like TikTok Live.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Let me send a couple of roses their way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me send a lightning strike.
They're in the middle of reading it, and they're like, "Thank you for the rose."
Yeah. Thank you for the rose. Olby.
But no, they do need to listen to the teams. I think the big thing about the horsepower is, well, teams are against it.
Yeah, teams are now.
Because of money.
Because of money, yes.
Which is insane.
Which is insane.
But I
think if we got to talk about, we sat down with each other and we had this discussion of, hey, we don't want to spend the money on horsepower anymore. And they're like, well, we would like you to. And they're like, well, if you give us 10% more, we would. Like, there seems like there's no, like perfect example. Have we ever seen a NASCAR strike? Like, how would that work? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would
hate that.
I would too, but it happens.
It'd be kind of cool.
Exactly. Like, does that get the team's attention? Or the NASCAR's attack?
100 more horsepower.
Yeah. Kyle Busch would be the only one not to strike because he'd want to win. He'd be like, this is my chance.
Like, this is great.
Yeah, this is my chance.
Let's keep it the same.
Yeah. So
now, I think that there is a big miscommunication between the teams and the drivers.
Yeah.
Like, you hear...
The teams and the drivers or
sorry, NASCAR and the teams.
Okay.
Yeah, I messed that way
up. No, you're good. I just wanted to clarify.
Yes. There's a big gap of communication between that where they don't really talk to each other. What one side wants, they don't listen. I think a lot of it's probably just like the France family not really caring, I guess. Or do you think maybe NASCAR wants to bump it up but the teams don't?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I do think it's kind of that point now where, like, NASCAR's like, kind of tell us what you want, and the teams are like, we like how it is.
Yeah.
Which I think the fans have not really grasped that yet. They haven't come to grips with that.
So we hate the teams. Should we hate the teams?
I'm not saying that we should hate the teams, but I'm just saying I think they are a big factor in all this that we don't consider sometimes. Because we always think the teams are like, dude, we want more horsepower. We want to be able... When in reality, I don't think they really do.
Hendrick doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
Hendrick is not complaining at all.
Yeah.
They want it to stay the exact same... the exact same way it is right now. So, I think that we as fans sometimes we put all this blame on NASCAR when I don't think it's really all there all the time. It's definitely there.
Yeah.
Like, they're definitely to blame, but I think that the teams use NASCAR as a scapegoat easily, because it's easily like when you want to go over to your buddy's house.
Oh, big brother.
And you're or you didn't want to go over to your buddy's house, and you're like, oh, my mom won't let me.
Yeah.
You just blamed your mom when you didn't really want
me.
Didn't really want to go over there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's that situation. We're just absolutely speculating because it's just fun.
No, I I think it's 100% the team's fault.
Oh, wow.
I think it's Rick Hendrick's fault, and I think he has all the say.
Okay.
I'm putting that out there.
I like that.
Anti-Rick Hendrick.
Okay.
So
we're going to rile up a lot of people saying that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, more clicks. Yeah. I love it. Okay. Anything else on
and
horsepower?
Maybe Roger Penske too, but he kind of cheats up all of his cars.
He does cheat up all his cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in his own series.
Yeah. Yeah. Even in the Penske 500, he still cheats up the cars. Yeah. Anything else?
No, I think that's good on
Okay.
that.
All right. Let's dive into Nashville a little bit. What'd you give it? Race rating. You watched it on TV. I'm curious to see what your race rating was compared to mine because I was there. So
You're just going to be higher.
yeah, mine's definitely going to be higher, but
6-7.
6-7. Okay, it was a little bit further off than I thought I'd be. From that, I gave it a 7-9.
Wow, you love that race.
I did. I thought it was, dude.
Well, you're there with buddies.
Yeah, you're there with buddies. We camped. It's always a fun time. But dude, that battle at the end of stage 2 right there between Blaney, Byron, and Denny Hamlin was absolutely...
It was great.
Incredible. Like, seeing that live, I don't know what you guys got to see.
It was good. It was good coverage. Prom did a good job again.
Yeah, but, oh my God. I mean, we got to watch every lap. I mean, right there, you are... You know how it is when you go to race. You watch a lot of the cars. You'll watch this car for a couple laps, then you'll move. Everyone is completely focused in the stands on exactly what those 3 cars were doing, and it was incredible watching that battle right there. And I think what it did for me was like, oh my God, this race is going to be amazing, because you were hoping to get that again. And then
stage 3 is going to be crazier than stage 2.
Exactly, you're building up that. Hey, Blaney's car is going to get better. Denny's car is going to get better, and so is William Byron's car. Who is going to duke this out and make the right changes? And then it was a Blaney show, and he led like every single lap of stage 3, which was nuts.
I hated it.
Yeah. It got like no one could catch him. No. It was not great.
I like Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville's a great track. They got some weird policies, as we've talked about before, but it is what it is, and
it's kept me away all these years,
and you deal with it. But it's still a good time.
Yeah,
it's especially when you tailgate before the race, camp like we did. You get just as much
still
as you
Austin's
need.
Chairs.
Yes,
yeah.
Still Austin's chairs.
Yeah,
go buy him new ones before you ask about them. Yeah. And then he's like, "Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you thought about me." No, I didn't. I didn't care. I didn't care.
I stole your chairs.
Yeah. I actually sat in them. They were really comfortable. Didn't want to get them back. Yeah, that's kind of
here's Walmart chairs.
Yeah, here's Walmart chairs. But cars complaining they couldn't pass. All the drivers kind of said something. This is crazy. We saw.
Is that tires or air?
I think it was air, personally. We didn't see. I mean, that's how Blaney got to the front. He took 2 tires at the beginning of or the middle of stage 1 right there, and freaking just
was fine.
Yeah, he ran away. I don't think we saw enough tire wear. I do think that particular part is where we've moved the weekend, because being there, I've been there every year since they've been back. Dude, it is so hot in the end of June in Lebanon, Tennessee. Like, it has been 95. And you can't just you can't blame Goodyear for not picking the weather. You know, they don't know they bring the same tire no matter what the weather is, really. So you can't be mad at them for that. But it's like, okay, if we're going to keep it on this weekend, I think we need to go back and look at the tire. Because if it's not going to be 95 degrees and they're not racing in the middle of the day when the track's as hot as it can be.
I heard it was still pretty hot.
No. I mean,
it wasn't?
Not comparatively at all. Dude, I had a sweatshirt on when the sun went down. Like, it was chilly.
Got a little bit nipply?
Yeah, it got a little bit chilly. Now, at the track, you felt fine. But when we got back to the campsite, dude, I was like, I slept in a hoodie. Like, it was chilly.
It's because you didn't have power to your camper.
Apparently, we didn't have power. I don't know what lunatic is that what he said? Oh, yeah. Why he's in Hawaii drinking a freaking... never mind.
He's probably got another podcast.
Yeah, he's on another one. But yeah, I mean, we saw some great racing, no tire wear, which sucked, and then the cars couldn't pass. And I do think they couldn't pass because tires weren't wearing. So they either need to fix tire wear or bump up the horsepower so this aero issue is not a problem.
Yes.
And I think it has to be one of those that these intermediate, not all intermediate tracks because mile and a halves have been really good. Yeah. And I don't want to get crazy with it, but, man, and we're going to have a dud. We're going to have a dud. It's a long season. And it was just one of those. But I think all the hype at the end of Stage 2 really got you looking forward to Stage 3, and then you just got tore down. And we also came off the 600, which was another incredible race where we saw an incredible battle between Ross and Willie B. And we were like, oh, my God, now there's 3 cars in this battle. Like, how can it get any better? Yeah. And it didn't. It got extremely worse.
It got worse. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I fell asleep with 20 to go. I was struggling.
Yeah.
It was Sunday night. It was late.
Yeah, you had to work the next day. Yeah.
I woke up and they were doing like the post-race interview with Blaney, and I was like, what happened to you? And I was like, I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I didn't miss a thing. Yeah. But we did see Carson plow through Ricky Stenhouse.
Yes.
And Ricky Stenhouse is now out for blood.
I'm so excited about that.
I think this could be really good. I think
they're 2 reckless, fun drivers.
Yes.
And
I don't think Carson's mad at all. He was just like, get out of my way. I'm fast. Yeah. You're not.
Yeah.
But I think the next time they are like as soon as Ricky sees a 77 Spire car, he's turning left. He's
going to ship them. Or he might wait till they're both running good.
And do it. But that's dirty. Yeah. Like Ricky's in 9th.
Yeah.
Hostcar's in 8th. Yeah. And he just shoves him.
He's just gonna shove him right up the track.
Oh, that would be so good. I would love to see a Ricky Carson fight.
I would too. Ricky wins.
You're giving it to the short man,
dude. Ricky's jacked. Carson's like a slender man.
Carson's 6'4", though. Ricky's
small.
Ricky's
he's tall, but he's not.
I know, but can he reach him? Is he just punching him in the balls?
Let me ask you a question. Who do you think is more scrappy, Ricky or Carson?
I think Ricky's probably more scrappy, but dude, I'm telling you, Carson could put his hand on his head and he can't reach him. I don't
think it's going to be quick enough, dude. You know how these fights are? They're like 1 or 2 punches, and then there's people in the middle.
Yeah, I understand.
Ricky could just punch him. I don't think
I don't think unless they get him a stepladder, he can hit him in the face. I just don't think so.
I don't think they're that much. No, they're probably.
Dude, they're a good, they almost foot.
Yeah, now I think about it.
Yeah.
I take Ricky.
Okay, I don't hate that. I don't hate it, but I'm telling you, like, Carson's going to be like a minus 175.
I don't think Carson's ever been in a fight in his life.
I think he has.
And I'm a Carson guy.
Yeah, I think he has, though.
Ricky's been in more.
I think Carson was on the basketball court dunking on somebody, and then like somebody got mad
and kind of shoved him.
Yeah, and Carson just was like, dude, do you want me to freaking dunk on you again? Like, what do you want me to do? I'm just too good at everything.
If Ricky ever punches Carson, I'm calling you.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please.
I doubt it'll happen.
I doubt it'll happen, too.
Yeah, because he's going to get his revenge on the track.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be like...
So if he gets his revenge on the track, do you think Carson, like, punches him?
No. Because Carson's not scrappy.
Carson's not scrappy.
So he's not going to punch him.
Like, the only person that we've seen Ricky punch was Kyle Busch, and that's like punching an elderly man.
I can't stand you sometimes.
Yeah,
he's not an elderly man.
I mean, they need to get him a walker out there.
He's 40.
Like, I'm pretty sure I saw him riding around the track this weekend in a wheelchair. Motorized
probably
little
going faster
scooter.
than his RCR car.
Yeah. Probably.
He's like, I'll just take this.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a spooler on it.
Yeah. Let me run this. Anything else? Nashville, Blaney was fast.
Did you get a scanner?
Yeah, I have a scanner.
Yeah.
I own one.
You do?
Yeah. You don't own a scanner?
No. I just always do the
rent one?
Yeah, the rent people.
By the time you rent it 3 times, you can just buy one. I just bought one.
Yeah, but I only go to 2 races a year.
I know, but no, you have to do that every year. If you would just buy one.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just wondering.
No, that's good. I bought my own scanner. I programmed it, and I get to listen.
How do you even do that?
Oh, YouTube. Yeah, you YouTube it.
How this podcast works?
Yeah, exactly. People watch videos and then you take that knowledge that you learned and you spread it to the masses. Yeah. This is exactly what we do.
Yeah. Wait, were you able to bring your own cooler in Nashville? Or
No.
They
didn't let you.
Did you buy a bunch of beer?
We bought several beers.
How much money did you spend on beer?
Probably like $40 at the track, but that's over 3 races.
Oh,
that's over 3 races.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's over 3 races.
You're probably drinking light.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I needed a water by the time I got to the track every evening. So it was like, let's drink a water and then let's think about
Stage 2 will come back.
Yeah, stage 2 we'll come back and drink 2 more, and then see how we feel after that. So, it's a good time.
Pro tip at NASCAR races: drink water.
You do. You have to if you want to stay alive.
You do not want like how I felt at Atlanta when I went with Austin.
No, you don't want that at all.
I missed stage 1 and stage 2.
Just in the bathroom.
Fighting for my life.
Yeah,
but I found a great stall.
Yeah,
that's the best.
That is the best.
When you find a solid stall, and it was clean in there.
Yeah, until you got in there.
When I left, it was tough.
Yeah.
Story time. So I was in there basically all stage 1, and then I come back, and Austin's like, "I got you a hot dog." Like, try to be a good friend.
Yes.
And I could not eat this hot dog, and I was like, "Buddy, I got to go back to the bathroom." And so I went back to the bathroom, and I went to the same stall I was in. I trashed that stall. So I had to find a second stall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You came out of that one, so you're not.
Yeah.
You don't want to look liable.
Yeah, but there was no other really good stalls. I had to wipe a little pee off the seat.
Yeah.
It was
You'll have that.
Yeah, you'll have that. That's racing, baby.
That is. That's why you guys got to get to a race. That's why you got to get to a race. Pro tip: drink water.
Drink water.
Yep, must be done. All right. Anything else about Nashville?
No.
How was the post-race stuff? Was it good? I mean, I guess you were...
No, it was great.
All right, what time is it?
They stayed on air for a while. They interviewed some drivers.
They did?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
No, dude, I was asleep.
Yeah. You saw plenty one. You closed your eyes back.
Tired, okay? I was tired.
It was a long day.
I know being on a NASCAR podcast, I should definitely not fall asleep during the race.
Yeah.
It was not my intention. Mm-hmm. Not at all.
Yeah.
But, dude, sleepy guy. Like, I had to work the next morning.
I just feel like I am the only one on this show that pulls their weight around here. That's what I'm gathering.
Dude, this is the first time this entire season that I have fallen asleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a very sleepable race.
It was a sleepable race, and it was so late.
It was pretty late.
Yeah. What time did the race end? Probably like 11, 10:30?
No.
10:30?
10:30, yeah. It's not 11.
I mean, I can't stay up till 11 o'clock.
As you're going to the bean after this.
No. I'm going to be in there while
Colby has been on me, dude. He was like, we have to get going. I have to get to the bean.
That is not the case.
To see my bestest friends ever.
That is not the case at all.
Yeah, he was like, dude, this girl Taylor called me. He was like, dude, we got to get to the bean.
What are you doing? That is not true.
Oh, okay. My bad.
That is not true.
Not true. Strike that from the record.
Yeah, strike that from the record.
Let's move on. Standouts. Nothing really crazy happened this weekend. Suarez got another one. And I will say, though, from watching the race, SVG was up there for a bit.
He was.
I thought he was about to put together, like, not a top 10 run, but like a top 13, top 14 run.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, dude, he may get Suarez, because Suarez was not good at the beginning of the race. Ended up coming around, and SVG got worse. So that's at 4-11. Cindric versus Barry. Barry got him to break the tie here. 8-7. Big time.
What a battle.
It really is a battle. 7-8. We have two really good battles, and I think Hocevar now is like in that wheelhouse to maybe show some life here in the next one. But so Cindric Barry, 7-8. Barry's got him by 1. Hocevar Gibbs. Hocevar got him to move the total closer, 5-10. And I know that's still a lot of racing to be done.
But Spire's kind of hot right now.
Spire is very hot. They're going to Michigan. Hocevar had a top 10 finish last year at Michigan.
Let's go.
So keep that in mind. Now, Ty Gibbs did finish 3rd last year at Michigan. I honestly can't see Ty Gibbs finishing third in the race at all this year.
I can't either.
Like, you would have to have 6 overtimes, half the field wreck, and then be like, okay, Ty made it.
There's Ty Gibbs.
Yeah,
we forgot about him.
That's what it feels like. Right now for Ty, he's just not really. That's what crazy about this head-to-head is that you feel like Hocevar should be up 10-5.
Yeah.
And he's down 5 races.
I'm honestly pretty surprised by that.
Yeah. So hopefully Hocevar can get him another one. If Hocevar gets the next 2, because it's a 7-10, now we got ourselves something. Yeah, we got ourselves something here because I just do think Spire team is just going to keep building. Yep. They've gotten better every single race in, race out.
Everybody but Justin Haley.
Pretty much. Yeah, poor Justin Haley. Yeah. Even Michael McDowell. We've heard his name.
Something about that 7 car.
Yeah.
If only former drivers could have been better equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he gets his chance, he's in.
When he gets his chance.
Would you see Corey LaJoie's doing truck racing?
I did see that.
I'm so excited about that. You have no idea.
Do you want him to be like winning?
I want him to be like top 5.
Like, what if he comes out? I think you have to give him a strike. He hadn't been in a car in what, a year now?
First 2 races, 3 races might be tough.
No, that's what I'm saying. What if he comes out first race, finishes 3rd? I mean, again, you'd be like, oh dang.
Yeah, and then you and Austin would owe him an apology.
I'm not owing him to anything, dude. I'm gonna bash him more for not doing this at the beginning of the year. He could be competing for a Truck Series championship. What an idiot! He didn't have a ride. He didn't want one. He said that. He said that.
He did say that.
He said that.
He did say that.
If he wanted a ride, he could have gotten one.
He could have.
Don't give me that.
But I don't know if it'd be in that Spire 7 truck.
You're probably right. It may not have been.
But it'd been in some crappy truck, and then he wouldn't been able to do anything with it. Always have mechanical failures and make him look worse than what he was.
What if he blows an engine first race?
That's not on him.
I don't think it's on him.
Yeah.
But now that's like mechanical failures. He's in a Spire truck. Maybe it is him.
Hopefully it's not going to blow every race.
I don't think so.
Yeah. And Corey LaJoie is good at feeling the car. So I think that he's going to be fine. He's going to be able to feel it.
He's going to feel it.
Yeah.
He's going to tell his crew chief what he needs.
Those trucks, they got more feel.
Yeah.
And a cup
like if he needs a track bar adjustment.
Yeah. He'll be like, yeah, I can tell.
A little air pressure adjustment. Whatever he needs, he's going to be like, hey, I got it. I need it.
I know what this is.
Okay.
Yeah. He has a podcast, man.
He does.
Yeah.
We're practically the same person.
We are.
Yeah.
Corey LaJoie, welcome on the show.
Actually, if you guys didn't know, I'm driving the 17 Xfinity car for Hendrick Motorsports.
It's on your
I'm taking Corey Day out of his car because he has nothing on me. Does Corey Day have a podcast? I don't think so.
No, I don't think he does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Corey Day, if you'd like to be on the pod.
Yeah. Trying to steal your job.
Yeah.
Close that door like it's Corey Knight.
So, yeah, that's big news. Last standout we have, Bubba Briscoe.
Let's go, Bubba.
Bubba. Got him.
Let's go, Bubba.
Breaks the tie, 8-7, with a really good endurance run at Nashville, it felt like. Car was bad and just kept working on it, and ended up getting a really good, I think he finished 6th.
Yeah. You got a top 10.
He got a top 10, so he needed something to go right. I think you hit the nail on the head. It's a 23-11 problem that they've had this year. Tyler Reddick hasn't been great. And neither really has Bubba. And so that's why I think this battle is really so close. I think Bubba should be up a couple more. But he got it here. Hopefully they can build on that. Tyler Reddick won Michigan last year. So they know they have speed here. And we'll see what Bubba can do. All he's got to do is follow Tyler Reddick if they have speed. So should be good.
Well, the problem is 23-11's been so bad.
I know. They haven't had any speed. Yeah. It's been non-existent. So they got to find that speed and then go from there. But do you want to roll on into anything else on standouts?
No.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Let's roll on into Michigan. I put this down, and I was hoping you knew some about it because I didn't. I saw it on the NASCAR app. But after seeing it on the NASCAR app, I rememred an in-season challenge.
Yes.
They're running an in-season challenge.
On TNT.
On TNT.
Starts on TNT.
And but the seeding for that in-season challenge starts in these next 3 races.
Yes.
So they're going to run for seeding. Do you know any of the rules or anything on that?
What's kind of unfortunate about it is that we have Michigan And then we have
the road course. Yeah.
And then we have Pocono.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
So it's gonna be some odd kind of ball races, honestly.
That's the thing about it is a lot of the guys who are really good on ovals are not good on road courses, and I think we're going to see some. Wild
this in seating challenges, everybody's eligible, right?
You keep
getting phone calls over there? What's going on? Your girl Taylor calling you?
Dude.
Okay. My bad.
Talking about Devin Taylor.
Yeah. Oh, is that who it was?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Taylor Smith.
Correct.
Yes.
Taylor Smith.
Yeah.
But anyway, what the hell were we talking about?
We were talking about the in-season challenge.
The in-season challenge.
And the seating.
The seating starts next week, but they only considered those 3 races for seating.
Yeah,
they don't consider.
I asked, is everybody in the field eligible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. Because I didn't look into this at all. I just saw it and I was like, oh, yeah. I forgot. To me, that's one of these things that, like, we should have been talking about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, the NBA did a good job with their in-season tournament challenge. Like, it was all over everywhere.
It was.
I feel like we should have been like, hey, we should plaster this. Hey, this is going to start this date. They're seating for this. Not to make it more important, but just to, hey, this is something to watch. Because all they're doing is to kind of create some drama.
Yeah, that's all
they're doing it for.
But it's fun.
It is probably going to be fun. It's definitely something we're going to watch and look into to see how it shakes out. But to me, that's on, again, NASCAR, their advertising team is just doing a terrible job of, they set this something up. Let's go all out with it.
Yeah.
Like let's see how it goes. That's what I think they do is they come up with like half decent ideas and then they just don't go all in on stuff.
They don't advertise it.
They don't advertise it. They don't show you nothing. I guarantee, literally until I looked at it, I didn't remember that they were having an in-season challenge. I mean, did you know this?
I forgot all about it.
Exactly.
Until Denny Hamlin said about it on his podcast.
This week, right?
Yeah, I forgot all about it. I didn't know that they were doing it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a one-and-done kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited about that.
Are you going to fill out a bracket?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to fill out a bracket. Yeah. Should we have a bracket challenge on here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll come back after the seating is done. I'm getting a phone call now.
From the same people?
Yeah, from the same people. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
These people are alcoholics, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, since I've been sitting here, I've gotten probably 7 texts.
Should we take this call on the pod?
I don't think that's a good idea.
I
think they're going to remove you from YouTube.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea. We got to keep some integrity in the show.
Yeah. Who knows what they'll say?
Good point. You're right. All right. Anything else on Michigan? I mean, 2-mile track, shaped
It's a
like
lot
an
of fun.
oval.
I love Michigan.
It's super wide. I love that. I think we're going to be able to see a lot of things. Hopefully there's a little bit of tire wear. I know the race got delayed till Monday last year.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
But
Passing's tough there because they really run wide open.
Yeah, they do kind of run wide open. Larson and Tyler Reddick, they can kind of run that top there line and make it really good. But I do think, like, again, the same type of thing with Nashville. They moved the date up a little bit because this race last year was in August in Michigan.
Really?
Yeah, it was in August when I looked. So I do think that's going to change some things, possibly.
Cooler
with
track
the weather.
temp.
Cooler track temp, maybe. So maybe we go faster. Maybe the cars have more grip. Oh, so I mean who knows?
Nobody's passing.
It could mean that. It really could mean that. Or who knows what the weather will be? Maybe it's surprisingly hot in Michigan.
It could be. It do be getting hot up there.
It do be.
Yeah, it's hot.
It do be. Yeah, I know that's what you want.
What?
Huh?
It says a guy spelled my name wrong on the thing. It's Coldly.
Coldly.
This is the stupidest name.
At least I put your name in there.
You did.
I tried to.
You spelled the last name right.
Well, yeah, that one's easy.
Yeah. How is the last name?
Whittle?
How is that
Whittle's like
easier than Colby?
Colby can be spelled.
Colby's like it's cheese, dude.
Kolb.
Yeah, you're saying it right.
Kolb. Kolb.
There's a L and a B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in
And
opposite
I got plenty
spots.
of them, baby. Yeah.
All right, you want to move into some bets?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. We got to get you to the bean. With your girl Taylor. We are having so much fun.
Yeah, this is great for me.
Okay. So last week, we hit a bet.
We did?
We did.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We up money?
No. No, we still lost on the weekend, but we are up some money a little bit. It wasn't as bad as it could be.
Yeah.
We hit, as you know, I scoured money everywhere, all across the planet.
Yes, you did.
And my headphones, I think, have quit working.
Uh-oh. Do you want to swap so I don't have to hear you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're back. They're back.
Okay.
Okay. So. Oh, that's way better. They got turned down. My bad. Okay. So last week we hit Denny Larson, pick 2. This is our first.
And those were the safe bets where you're like, we got to put something on. We got to hit.
We hit him.
Yes.
We hit him, and it was touch and go with Larson there for a hot minute.
Yes, it was, dude. He started out bad.
So bad. He couldn't get out of his own way. It was miserable watching.
He had something. He hit the wall super hard. That's what it was.
He hit the wall, and it was like Benetolink, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
I put him out of the lineup.
I mean, it wasn't a bad move, honestly, putting him out of the lineup. But so we hit them minus 192, 1 unit, and then then we hit our Carson Hocevar top 10.
Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, plus 130.
I think I hated on that.
You hated on AJ.
How'd that go?
He finished, I think, 21st. So you were all over it. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
You should listen to me sometimes.
Definitely sometimes.
I'm a gearhead, dude.
Literally,
I know stuff.
All caps, highlight, bold, sometimes listen to Colby.
Yeah.
That word sometimes.
Times New Roman, homie.
But after that, those were the only 2 we hit. We didn't hit anything else.
No.
I think we would have hit a Bowman, but a Bowman got caught up in some stuff and wasn't that great. So you'll have that.
Typical.
But this week, we got money on the board, and we didn't do as bad. I think we can run this back and be very fair. I got 3. I got 3 for you.
Wait. What's the total overall?
We're down 12.5.
Oh, that's a long way from 3.
It's a long way from 3.
Yeah. I might be getting a die cast.
But it could have been 14.
It could have been.
It could have been.
What was it at last week?
11.5. So we literally just lost a unit.
You hit 2 bets and we're down 1 unit?
Yeah, because
I guess I don't know how math works.
Yeah. Well, so one full unit on minus 194 is you don't double up your units.
How many But how many units do you bet a week?
3.
3?
3 units.
You better put 3 units on a Kyle Larson top 10.
Yeah. It might come down to that. It might come down to that. Yeah. But this week, we're gonna go back to the well. I've hit it a couple times and it hadn't shaped out, but they're both decent here. I'm again worried about Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, top 10.
Yes.
Minus 164 this week, so we got a little bit extra
all over.
Yeah, we got money riding on this a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I think Denny's gonna be
Dude,
good.
Full unit.
Full unit.
Ooh.
I only have pick 2.
Okay.
Pick 2 parlay here. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, top 10, minus 164 parlayed together. I think that's our safe one again. Let's hit it.
Let's do it.
No funny business. Don't have literally. Like I said last week, if they get out of their own way and just don't hit anybody or don't hit the wall, they're going to finish top 10.
Yeah.
That's just what they do.
Yeah.
So I feel solid about that one.
I do too. Love it.
And then I went with 2. One I know you're not going to like, but I just feel it. This one, I don't know.
Those work out well.
I don't know how you feel about this. Maybe, maybe you can talk me out of the last one.
Okay, but it's never worked before.
I know.
I've been on my knees begging you.
But I only have 3, so they're all full units this week. So we have
nabbit.
Yeah. Second bet this week: Chevy winning manufacturer.
Like it.
You like that one? I figured you'd like that one.
Because you would think Michigan Ford.
Yes.
But no.
Exactly.
Chevy.
The only person I'm worried about is Blaney.
Blaney.
Blaney's the only person I'm worried about in that.
You can never count Logano out.
You're exactly right. You can't count him out. I think there's more opportunity for the Chevys. Like, I trust William Byron more. I trust Kyle Larson more. You never know when Ross is going to actually start driving again. Yeah. I mean, it's a 2-mile track.
Well, he's got his one race of the year.
He does.
Yeah, so
he's won 2 races a year before, though.
Yeah, okay. I know he has.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Hold on, let me move through this so you can get to the bean, dude. Let me
get focused. The Trackhouse right now don't care nothing about Michigan. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Suarez and SVG. We got Mexico next week.
Yeah, I know. So you just need. I know, but I still think
they're all hands on deck to get a win there too.
Yeah, they're definitely. They've been hands on deck for SVG to get a win there since week 2.
Where, Mexico?
Yeah. They've highlighted 4 tracks for that man, and that's one
I'm saying it's all hands on deck. It's the week before.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. But I do like Chevy top manufacturer. But I don't think you're going to see much Trackhouse.
I mean, what other top Chevy teams? You're going to see Kyle Busch win?
No, Hendrick.
I know, that's what I said. I just named Kyle Larson and William Byron. You think Chase Elliott's going to win this race?
No, I think
if there was a head,
you saying Kyle Larson, William Byron, I think you're good.
Okay. That's what we're getting at. Okay. I can get that. I can get with that. Winning manufacturer. This is one you're definitely going to hate. But I think we have to dip in the Ford territory a little bit. Do you know what it is?
Blaney.
Josh Berry top 10.
God, yes, dude, get off of Josh Berry.
Okay. I think we need a Ford.
One-hit wonder Josh Berry.
One-hit wonder Josh.
What do you got him, top 10 or
top
something?
Top 10. You could see an 8th place finish from Josh. The reason I say this, okay, did a little research, tried to have fun with this a little bit. Do you know where Harrison Burton finished in this race last year?
I do not.
He finished 17th. I think that Josh Berry's a 7th.
No, he's 7 places better. He is 7 places better. He is.
So if they bring that same car,
what are the odds on that?
Plus 130.
I don't love it, Spencer.
Okay.
Did
I help you with the Harrison Burton 17th?
A little bit, but also
like, what if I would have told you actually he finished 12th? Harrison Burton did.
I still just don't see it.
Okay.
Man. I mean, I don't. Did he actually finish 12?
No, he finished 17. but I was.
I mean, I think Josh gets a top 15, but just top 10. I don't know because it's a 2.5 mile track. I said that right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been good there. He hasn't been good at 2.5 mile tracks.
No, it's just 2 miles.
Or 2 mile tracks. He ain't good at them. He ain't good. He ain't good at them.
All right. Yeah. You didn't talk me out of it. So.
Dude,
we're riding with it.
but hey, I'm here next week, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, you are.
I'm here to tell you, at this time next week, write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right. You got anything for us this week on bets?
No.
We still got to spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
But you tell me if you have anything that you like while I'm pulling up this week.
Anything that I like?
Yeah.
You kind of hit it with I know it's a cop-out answer. I think it's, like Larson and Denny, of course. I like Blaney. I wish you would have done like a Blaney top 5.
I know.
But it's back-to-back,
I played around with a Blaney top 5, and just to me, the odds weren't where I liked them personally. But
they were bad.
Like they weren't bad. They weren't bad. They weren't minus. But to me, I like a good top 5 to be at like plus 300 personally. To me, that's a race win. You're competing for
a top 5.
Yeah, you're competing for the race win.
Yeah,
if you get a top 5, and I think he's at like.
What about Carson Hocevar?
Top 5?
Top 10.
Oh yeah, he was minus money.
What?
Yeah, they're on him.
No, would not take that.
Yeah, I know they're on him because he only finished 10th last year. And I think he's gonna be better, of course, but you know how Carson is, especially if he gets beside Ricky. Yeah. You can't. You gotta let that cycle through. Yeah. Let them get square, and then we'll bet on Carson again.
Yeah.
Because I just know the 1 week that I bet on Carson top 10, dude, Ricky's gonna punt.
You know what? This is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna regret it. Michael McDowell top 10.
Oh, wow. That's
Michael McDowell top 10.
That's...
Give me that 71.
Yeah, I like that. Hold on, let's see what it's got.
Couldn't you see it, though? Like, just see him
that definitely could. I definitely could. Let's see.
What's he at? You gotta tell me.
Top 10. Michael McDowell.
Yeah.
So Carson's at minus 125. Michael McDowell is at plus 350. Yeah.
I don't know how he's right there at the top.
Blaney for a top 5. It was worse than what I thought. Top 5 plus 100. I see that. You know, I mean, I do. I see him finishing, winning. I see him winning. I could see him winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so that sucks. But I mean, he's not the odds-on favorite, but he's the third.
Who's top 2? Larson and Denny.
Yeah, Larson and Denny, and then him. I mean, top 3. I kind of played around too because that's plus 220. That's more up that alley. But again, that's another big risk. I feel like. And I know I'm taking a risk with Josh, but it just feels.
That's what I was about to say.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Do you think we should change? Go Blaney top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You talked me into it.
Yeah.
We're scratching it out, and I cannot wait to see Josh
I did
Berry.
talk you out of it.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. I cannot wait to see Josh Berry finish freaking 7th.
I'll be absent next week of Josh.
We're marking it out.
All right, guys, we got a solo pod.
We're marking it out.
Colby won't show his face.
I'm writing it down. We're going
Blaney top 3.
Ryan.
Never been a bigger Blaney fan than this week.
Blaney top 3. What'd I say it was?
Plus 2. No, wait. Plus 3. No, plus 2. 220.
Yep, plus 220. Plus 220. 1 unit. So that's what we got. All right. Run it back. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, top 10, parlay together, minus 164, full unit. Chevy, winning manufacturer, plus 130, 1 unit. Ryan Blaney, top 3, plus 220, 1 unit.
Boom. I don't know why I'm helping you. I need to be getting a die cast.
Yeah, you do, but let's make it more interesting for the folks.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, for the pod.
For the pod.
Yeah.
For the pod.
I might have to buy a die cast for the pod.
Yeah. All right. Let's spin the wheel. The wheel is currently down 8.8. It lost. Do you remember last week's?
John Hunter Nemechek.
Yeah.
Winner. I believe the odds were like plus 3,000.
Plus 3,000 were the odds.
God, I got a great memory.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
It's all that fish oil I've been taking. Yeah.
Fish oil.
Not the vitamins. I'm just on a little Long John Silver's kick.
All right. You ready?
They got vinegar on them.
Let's see what we get.
You don't know that? Okay. Anyway, yeah.
I need something good. Oh, are we getting a top 10? Oh,
Top 10.
Dude, that's huge for the wheel.
That's
absolutely
for the wheel.
huge. Let's see. Let's see if I can find this button.
Ad! We got an ad.
Oh my gosh.
Play the ad for the people.
It's the ballpark season.
Ballpark Franks?
Yeah, ballpark Franks.
It is about that time.
All right, top 10. So now we just need the driver wheel. Right?
Yep.
Just a big driver wheel.
Yep.
And let's see what we get. The wheel needs to see somebody like a Josh Berry, like a plus money guy, to get them out of a hole.
It almost lit on my...
Seabell?
Jesus.
Oh, Eric Jones. I don't hate that.
I don't hate a top 10 by Eric
Okay.
Jones.
Let's see.
And it's going to get plus money.
Guess what he's at? Eric Jones, Legacy Motor Club.
We said, okay, Michael McDowell was what? Plus
350. I'll give you that.
Give me plus 270.
270. Before I look, I'm going to say plus 380.
Okay.
Plus 380.
Okay. You might be right.
He is plus 220.
Ooh.
Eric Jones.
Oh, Eric Jones.
Top 10. Okay.
You were way off.
I was way off. Which I think that's because of probably John Hunter Nemechek literally at the 600.
Yeah.
And And so did Eric Jones have speed. So
yeah, he did.
Maybe they're trying to put a little onto him, but Eric
big track.
Jones, it is a big track.
Let's call Eric Jones.
Eric, I'm going to be watching this one this week for sure. This is like the first one in a minute where we've been like, okay, this could hit.
This could hit.
This could hit. Eric Jones, top 10 plus 220. So he's right there with Blaney in the odds to get a top 3. And we feel pretty confident about Blaney.
I do feel good about Blaney.
Yeah. All right, so that could be good.
Let's go Will.
Let's go Will.
I'm Team Will.
I'm Team Will myself.
Yeah, dude.
Look at that. I hit the button correctly and everything.
Oh, God. Is it time for the Choose Who Zone?
It is that time again. Let's pull it up. The Choose Who Zone.
I got to pee before we do this.
Oh,
I
my
need to clear mind.
Clear your mind. We'll pause. And we are back.
We are back.
With the Choose Who Zone. Are you ready, Mr. Colby? You are down 3-2. With a rough showing last week.
I am so ready.
Okay, good. I need you to get back on top. I think we got something good for you. So don't look at the screen here just in case.
Look away.
Look away.
Look away.
Da-da-da.
Dixieland.
Da-da-da. Alrighty, my boy.
Am I good?
You are good.
Okay.
This week, Choose Who Zone. If you don't know the rules, we have them right here for you. 3 facts. About any driver ever. 2 questions, 3 total guesses. You can trade guesses for questions. Are you ready for your facts?
Oh, God, here we go.
Here we go. Truck Series champion, 12 Cup Series wins, most wins by a rookie in an Xfinity car, 7.
12 Cup Series wins.
12 Cup Series wins, Truck Series champion, most wins by a rookie in an Xfinity car.
I don't have a pen.
7. I got you again, brother. I got you again. I always got you.
All right. Truck Series champion. All right, I have a question.
Yes.
Active driver.
Active driver. Yes. Active driver.
Question.
Oh. He's burning it.
Go ahead and burn it.
Okay.
What year did they win the Truck Series championship?
I believe it was 2017, but let me make sure for you, because you know how I am. I've done this to Austin before, and he's been like, oh, I would have got it if you'd have got it. Let me make sure. I believe it was 2017, though, so you can be thinking while I'm pulling this up. Be thinking while I'm pulling it up. It was 2017 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion. Ooh, 3 guesses.
I know. I got.
You can have another question too.
I know, but it's going to take away from a guess.
It is.
And so I can't do that to myself.
Okay.
I'm going to need all
you
3
need all 3?
guesses.
I don't think so. I think you got this one.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
This is 12.
Who are you thinking?
12's a tricky number.
12 is a tricky
because
number.
it's somebody that I definitely should know.
Yeah.
I do appreciate you not putting how many teams they raised for.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Because that throws me off.
Uh-huh.
The third bullet, you always put the third bullet point.
I mean, yeah.
They had 7 wins in the Xfinity Series.
In one season.
Yeah. So they tore it
Most
up.
by a rookie.
They tore it up in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, their rookie year.
And they were a Truck Series champion. 12 Cup Series wins. Okay.
I think it's good. I think this is a good one.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it one bit.
You don't like it?
I don't like it one bit. He didn't go to the Truck Series. Okay. Hang on. I'm just writing people out.
You're good.
I'm just writing people out.
Yeah.
I'm just writing people out.
If you only write down 3 names, you got 3 guesses, baby.
Listen, but I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Now.
You think all you want.
Ooh.
Did you get the name that you wanted right there? Yeah. That's a good name. I don't see what you. I can't see that far, but that looks like a good name.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take a guess.
Okay.
Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick.
You'll use the soundboard for me. I knew it wasn't Tyler Reddick.
Not Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, because I was like, I feel like he's got more cup wins.
Yeah.
I feel like he
I don't
does.
know how many he has.
I don't know how many.
Let me check.
Yeah. See if I was close.
Okay.
Because it's going to make me feel real bad if...
Will King has called me 6 times.
It's insane. It's insane.
Love him to death. Tyler Reddick. Height. Cup wins.
God, I feel like an idiot. This entire thing always makes me feel so dumb. Like I think I know NASCAR, and then this happens.
Tyler Reddick has 8.
He has 8.
So that's not too far. That's not too
I
far.
can't remember if he ever went in Truck Series.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yep.
Okay, I know it's not him. Let's see. I want to take a guess so bad.
Okay, take one. You got 2 more.
But I think he has more cup wins. Is it Ryan Blaney? Jesus, you're gonna do it. How many cup wins does Ryan Blaney have?
Oh, he's got to have like...
Dude, he's gotta have way more than 12.
I think
but
he
I'm
has.
just trying to think who just tore it up in the Xfinity Series.
JD is screaming right now about how many wins Ryan Blaney
Yeah,
has.
he's like, you guys are.
You guys don't know that? You guys don't know how many
I know
wins?
plants.
He has 14. So you
That's
weren't far.
close.
Yeah, you were not far off. He has 14.
See, I'm trying to think of guys like that where
Yeah.
they've won races. Where if they win, it's not a huge shock if they win. All right.
Who you down to?
Well, I think I still have a couple teams to go that I'm not thinking of.
Okay.
All right. So, Trackhouse.
Trackhouse?
Okay. Not SVG.
No.
Obviously.
No.
It is not Suarez.
No. I'll give you those 2. It's not.
I do not know how many wins Ross has. So I'm going to write down Ross. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing is I do not know how many races. I'm going to start looking. I'm gonna next Choose Who Zone. I'm studying.
Okay. You studying drivers?
I'm studying drivers.
Yeah.
I realize
Then I'm going to pull somebody from the 1980s that you never heard of.
Dude, I swear to God. It's nobody from JGR. It's nobody from JGR.
Yeah.
It's nobody from JGR. Hendrick, I don't believe that it's Byron, and I know it's not Larson. I wrote down Bowman and Elliott, but I'm keeping those.
Okay. Yeah. Keeping those. Yeah.
It is nobody from Front Row because it's not Todd Gilliland or Noah.
No.
Okay, so Front Row Motorsports is out.
Yeah.
And then I know it's nobody from 2311.
Uh-huh.
And I know it's not Josh Berry.
Yeah.
What's some other race teams? Shoot.
RFK?
RFK. It is not Brad.
No.
And it is not Busher.
No.
Does Busher just not have 12 Cup wins?
No.
Let me think. So that's all the Fords, Toyotas. You have Legacy.
Yeah.
You have Eric Jones, but he has like 3.
Yeah.
John Hunter Nemechek has not won in the Cup Series.
No.
That's all of Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all the Toyotas are gone.
Yeah.
And that's all the Fords that are gone.
Yeah.
So now we're back on Chevy.
Yeah. We're back to Chevy.
And we have Spire. We have Justin Haley.
Yeah.
No. We have McDowell.
Yeah.
Not McDowell.
No.
And it's not Carson.
No.
So Spire is out.
Yeah. Spire's out.
We just went through Trackhouse.
We did.
We're back.
We settled on one name at Track.
So right now I'm torn between 3 names.
Yeah. You're torn between Ross, Bowman, and Chase Elliott, right?
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Ross does not have 12 Cup wins.
That's true. Maybe.
Ross does not have 12 Cup wins. So we're on Bowman and Elliott.
Yeah. I mean, you should narrow this down pretty quick.
Hang on. Bowman. It's Chase Elliott. It's Chase
Final
Elliott.
guess?
Final guess.
It is not.
Who is
Chase Elliott?
Who is
You're going to kick yourself.
Swear to God, it's Alex Bowman to believe it. Christopher Bale.
Yeah.
He only has 12 Cup wins?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He's only got 12, buddy. He's only got 12. Yeah, I got you, ass.
It's 2-4.
It's 2-4, dude. I'm kicking that behind. I'm kicking that behind.
I bet when I said it's not JGR, you lit up like a Christmas tree.
Oh, I did. I was like, he's not even considering him. I was like, this is perfect. Yeah. 2017 Craftsman Truck Champion, 12 Cup Series wins, 3-time Chili Bowl champion, 11th driver in history to win at a NASCAR track in all 3 series at the same track, New Hampshire and Atlanta.
Isn't this really the story of Christopher Bell? That nobody thinks about him,
Yeah, and
but
then
he secretly dominates?
Secretly so good.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Ron is disappointed in me.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Ron is screaming at the TV.
My God.
Yeah.
I can't believe. If
Can
you
you
would have
believe
said, had brake failure in the Phoenix race.
I would have. You would have known.
Oh, my God, dude.
That was a good one.
God, I'm so bad at this.
That was a good one, though.
I was studying.
Yeah,
I'm studying.
That was a gettable one. That was a gettable one.
It was gettable.
It should have.
It was gettable.
It should have been Chase. Bowman should have never been up there. He's not even close to 12.
I didn't think he was.
Yeah.
That's why I ruled him out.
Ross is also not close to 12. But you were Chase's. I think around Blaney was a really good guess too at 14.
Yeah.
That was really good. Tyler Reddick's not bad. I think he's only up to like not 8.
Yeah. He
So
didn't have many.
yeah. But when you didn't
that
even
12 range.
when
It's
you
like tough.
it
It's
is
like
tough.
somebody that wins, but so you'll know them.
You'll know him for sure.
Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah.
I lost,
Good.
but I like that.
Good.
One. I did.
That's what I like to hear.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I'm glad you admitted
I did
it.
not like last week's.
Yep. No.
But I'm a fan of this week's.
All right, man.
I'm studying.
Anything else?
No, man. That's it. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for being here.
We got Michigan.
We got Michigan.
And then we got Mexico, which for some reason I'm so excited about.
Yeah, you are excited about that.
Yeah, we're drinking margaritas next week.
Hey, we are.
We are drinking margaritas next week, dude.
Do we need to make them, or can you buy those?
I think you could buy a margarita.
That's what I think you can.
I don't want to. I don't want to make one.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, no, we can probably get something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're drinking margaritas next week for Mexico week.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy for Father's Day. They're making them travel to Mexico.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's wild. What a pick for a race.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun. We'll be back here. It'll be more timely. Sorry about that. I was traveling as well, but I made it back because I care about the podcast.
He texted me a couple hours before the podcast and said, "What time could you do the podcast?" And I said, "Today."
It worked. You still show up because you care.
I do care.
Exactly. We're here for the fans. Unlike some people.
Unlike some people
who just gallivant all across the country.
We don't know when we'll see them again.
I don't know if we will. I don't know if we will.
If not next week, it'll probably be the week after.
You think so?
I mean, surely, right?
I mean, we know
he's been absent.
We know by episode 57. Yeah, he's been gone for 4 episodes.
God.
Yeah.
Thanks for everybody for listening to me.
Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't breathe in the mic too hard. I was trying to stay away. Super self-conscious about it the whole time.
You were.
But, it's a lot of fun doing this. Appreciate you as always having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being here. I want to give a shout out to our supporters, Kevin Kirkland, Noah Penry, Ben Burrow. I also want to give a shout out that's overdue of a shout out to East Tennessee Rooter and Plumbing out of Blaine, Tennessee for all your rooter and plumbing needs. Give them a call. They're really good at what they do. Know the guy. Great guy's going to take care of you.
Good dude.
New construction, old construction. If you need a pipe changed out, a sink, anything, they'll take care of you. So reach out to them. They do a good job. And I think that's it, man. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get you to the bean.
You have a good weekend. Enjoy Michigan.
Enjoy Michigan.
We're in the land of shining coal, back down that valley where the roosters crow, and a man defends his own. I got no problems if I stand alone. Hard times still 10 toes down. You learn pretty quick, you better stand your